coming into this sprint was to get authentication up and running. We also talked about last time to get everything within our app to deal with packages instead of properties. So a package is multiple properties kind of packaged together. We're also we had QR code up and running last time, but now it's attached to, it's currently still attached to the property, but we are gonna attach it to a package in the near future. We ran into a hiccup last Friday. Everything is being run on Oracle Cloud, but our lease ended and Faisal forgot to renew it. So we got it back up on Sunday. So an unfortunate feature of our program is we can't really test the UI. We can't test the mobile app without first being able to log in. So that kind of set us back. So, but everything that we were planning on doing, it is accomplished in the back end, which I guess we can demo some of the new features we added right now.
Yeah, again, so a lot of the stuff we implemented is only working on the back end. The front end is lagging a little behind. I'll show you as much as I can up until we hit the breaking point, and then I'll switch to some scripts that I've written to sort of show what's actually happening. Okay, so I'm going to start with creating a user. You'll notice that our creation user has a password now. Ooh, fancy. Test. I'll make the password test. We'll create the 10th user in our system, denoted by Trader10. I'll just name it myself. Okay, so you created Trader10. Now I can log in as myself with the password test. Nobody looks. Okay, login successful, and our home page is this currently. So if I tap on assets, we get to see what we've worked with before. We have our properties over here and our packages. So the package is a sort of meta object that contains multiple properties that get handed around as a unit, so to speak. So I'm going to go here and create a few properties. I'll call this one ABC. Refresh, there it is. I'll create a few more. BCD. That's not BCD. And we'll create one more. Can you guys guess what it is? CDE. Great. Eventually, these will have pictures associated with them, so we can identify the property that it's identifying. So I've created here three properties. Now, what I want to do is I want to be able to send property ABC and BCD, the first two, to a good friend of mine, Trader7. You guys know Trader7, right? So what I'll do is I'll scroll over to the My Packages tab, and you'll see that there is a button conveniently named Create Package. When I tap that, I'll get a list of the properties that I'm holding on to, and I'll have an opportunity to type in the recipient ID. So again, my good friend Trader7, not Trader8. And then I'll say that I want to include these two properties in the package, and when I hit Create, this takes a little bit. We're still trying to work out why. Okay, package created. Now, this is unfortunately where the UI stops. We haven't figured out we haven't implemented how to display packages on the users page, but I can show you some of the back end to help us with that. So I was logged in as Trader10.
Can you zoom in the page so that Dr. Subramanian can read it? Thank you. Can you read it, or do you want it to zoom in?
It's good now, thank you.
Okay.
No, that's not what I wanted.
Did I lose the audio or are you not saying anything?
I'm not saying anything.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we have an API URL to see what packages that the user is holding on to. You see I've typed Trader 10 into the field there, and I get this one package that I just created earlier. Every package gets assigned a unique package ID, which is a GUID of sorts. This will eventually be turned into a QR code and sent to the user, so that they can print it out and put it on the package. Unfortunately, I can't show you any QR codes, but we have implemented the code that sends the QR code. You can see in my inbox, I have a few just QR codes lying around in my inbox sent by some inconspicuous blockchain messenger at gmail.com. That's all the proof I have. Okay, so the package has been created, and what we'll do is we'll hand off the package to Trader. So I'm Trader 10, and I'm going to hand off to Trader 6. Trader 6 probably knows Trader 7 better than I do, so I will hand it off to them, and they'll give it to them, and then they'll give it to Trader 7. So I'm going to make a transaction. The package ID I will need to pull from here. Copy, paste. And so I am Trader 10, and I am giving the package over to Trader 6. No, let's do Trader 8. And I will hand it to them at, let's say, CBB on campus. Okay, now that that has happened, we can go over to our web app, and we can type in those two properties that we created, and we can see that both of them have been sent. And the tracking is done on an individual property basis, not the meta package itself.
Did you send property or did you send package?
Property.
Property, okay.
So if I type in property ABC, it won't tell me what package it belongs to, but it'll show me that it has been handed off somewhere around CBD. Same thing with BCD. It's the same place. So, but if I typed the other one, DCE, no, CE, sorry, the marker disappears, but the circle doesn't disappear. Okay, so I'll hand it off one more time. I'll hand off that package from Trader 8, and then we'll give it to Trader 7. Oh shit, I probably should have handed it somewhere different. I didn't think about that one. Okay, Trader 7 gives it back to Trader 8 at PGH. This is a strange interaction that's going on. And then Trader 8 will give it back to Trader 7 at Garrison. Okay, so if we look at the properties now, so ABC, you can see has gone on a very long journey all the way to Garrison, and same thing with BCD. BCD. Okay, now you'll notice that even though I log into Trader 7's account with the secure password test, we don't see the properties there yet. That's because they're still in the package. The trader hasn't decided to unbox the package yet. And only the intended recipient specified at the beginning is allowed to unbox the package. Again.
You did.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no properties in here. And unfortunately, we don't have the UI for the package either, so we can't unbox it. So I'm going to unbox it via the terminal, via a few scripts that I wrote.
Should I copy that?
Open package, and then we'll open that package again with that long string. And I am the intended recipient, Trader 7. And then when I switch back over, okay, wow. Well, okay, pretend the packages went into the thing. Let me see if logging out works.
Serious wrong person.
I can go into the blockchain to check on those packages. So we had a package called ABC. I mean the property, sorry. Property called ABC. ABC. What? Okay. The package doesn't seem to have been unboxed yet. Yeah, because it currently doesn't belong.
Wait.
Let me see if the package was unboxed or not. Yeah, the package wasn't unboxed. But that's written. I think my script has some bugs in it. But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I guess other than that, we did get some progress done on our backlog. So it's not new features, but before last week, you were able to do things like send properties to a user that does not exist. Also, in registering properties and registering users, you could also create a user or property that already existed. So although that is fixed, that is also fixed in UI. That was something that we did before our lease expired.
So how much damage did you suffer because of the server expiring?
So there was about 3 days of working on this without actually seeing what it looked like in our app.
Okay.
Yeah, it took our sponsor a little bit to give us back
I see.
our Oracle accounts, but in terms of work loss, everything was in the SVN, so nothing
Okay.
too bad. It's just a few days without the server.
Okay, one more question. I see you can add properties into a package. Once package is formed, can you add another item into a package? So once package is formed, you cannot add any more than.
I guess if you made a mistake, you can unpack the package.
You need to unpack them and you have to repack them. I see. Thank you. Thank you.
Just out of curiosity, is there a notification to the different users or parties involved as the package makes progress?
Not currently, no.
Say it loud, please.
Not currently, no.
You'd have to manually check the web app for it. So I guess Venkat, you're asking about like an email.
I'm hearing a lot of echo. Sorry.
I guess Venkat, you're asking about let's say an email is sent out every single time the package is traded hands.
I apologize. There's way too much echo suddenly. I don't know what audio setting changed.
Is it my voice? Here, you try saying it.
No, that is not currently implemented. Do you mean like an email that's sent to all the?
No, I cannot. It's very feeble. I cannot hear. I apologize.
Can one of you get close to the machine and say it? Yeah, right there.
I guess what you're asking, Venkat, is if an email is sent anytime the package is traded hands, which at
Yes,
this
thank
point,
you.
at
Yes.
this point, that is not implemented.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. That's what I wanted to. Thank you. I have no further questions. Thanks.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. Okay. Next, Javaholics.